All right, NASCAR Cup Series star Josh Berry came back to his roots racing Cars Tour Pro late model race, finished 5th. How much fun is it coming back and racing where you started?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It's always fun coming here. We had a good day. Like I said, I felt like our car was pretty solid in practice, man. I've hardly raced these cars really at all, and just really just need some more laps to kind of figure out what I need in practice to know how it'll race. And we thought it would, we felt like the track would tighten up a little bit more at nighttime, and it just didn't. And we were just too loose. But all in all, it was fun. Cars in one piece, and I'm gonna run this thing again in a couple weeks in Nashville.
Did you learn anything out of the All-Star race and other different cars, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get laps. I don't know if you really learn too much. The Cup car is so different, but anytime you're making laps at the place you're racing, you're getting better, and anytime you're in a race car, you're getting better. So overall, like I said, it was a lot of fun. Wish we'd have been a little bit better in the race, but all in all, it was a solid day. Cars in one piece, and like I said, we'll go get them again.
Well, good job, and looking forward to your success in the All-Star race too, where you'll be in it.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Mr. Davis back in the Cars Tour for the first time since we were here last year in October to end the 2024 season. You come home 4th tonight. If you got in a late caution, do you feel like you had anything for the top 3?
Man, it's pretty tough. They got their stuff, pretty well on it for the Cars Tour. We brought our good pro car down here. Ben Kennedy racing Surf USA Mobile 96 is pretty good. We're lacking a little bit. We got a massage on this thing before we come back here in the fall to finally try to ride the elevator, man. We've been all over it, but we're lacking a little bit. We've been super racing a lot this year, and that's been our primary focus. So we pulled this thing out and made us a good effort, man. And I'd like to thank Ben, Jimmy Kitchens, Tony Erie Jr., Senior, all the guys. Made this possible, man. I'm living probably every short tracker's dream this year. I get to race for a really, really good team. We've revamped them. We won a couple races this year across the board, and we're just trying to close out some big ones.
I know this is your first Cars Tour start, like I mentioned, since that night when you guys celebrated a owner's title, but unfortunately you didn't get that driver's title. So any mixed emotions being back here?
It's fun to be back. I mean, it's kind of a shame that this race is 75 laps, but, you got to come to Wilkesboro, man, and, Cars doing a good job at keeping their heads on and moving forward, making everything better. They made a lot of progress behind the scenes that I've seen, and, we wanted to go back, but man, we had the super race a lot this year, and can't stay pro racing forever, but I love coming back here, love running with these guys.
And when is your next scheduled pro race possibly with the Cars Tour?
It'll be the Big Hickory race, whenever that is.
Hey race fans, I'm Anthony Damcott with Frontstretch.com. If you enjoyed that Grassroots video, be sure to subscribe to Frontstretch Grassroots for more from ARCA, Cars Tour, and other homegrown racing series. And be sure to visit Frontstretch.com for all the latest great racing content.